श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीताय पतये नमः। श्रीसत्यवरदुग्धाब्धेरुत्थिता जगतीतले सुधा श्रीसत्यधर्माख्या पावयेत् स्मरतः सतः। A very happy Sunday to all my dear friends. We are listening to Ramayana daily. One moral that we can inculcate from it. Today, since it's Sunday, we need to answer a question. And when we look at the whole story of Ramayana, there is one such situation where we all doubt Rama's power, Rama's might. That is the prasanga of Vali Samhara. Vali was the king of Kapis, the brother of Sugriva. He had ousted Sugriva from his kingdom and had kept Sugriva's wife Roma with him, and he tried to molest her. Sugriva was very weak. He ran away from the kingdom. He was taking shelter in Rishyamukha Parvata, where Vali couldn't come and find him. Hanuman builds the friendship between this Sri Ramachandra and Sugriva. They both mutually give vow to each other that they will help each other. Rama says that I will kill Vali and give your kingdom back to you. Sugriva says, if that happens, then I'll help you in finding Sita with all my Kapi Sainya. But Sugriva doubted the Almighty himself. He asked, are you really able to kill my brother? He is so powerful, you don't know. Rama says, you can test me. So there was a huge skeleton of a demon called as Dundubhi. Vali used to make it vibrate a little bit. So Sugriva asks, if you are able to move this skeleton a little bit, I will agree, I will believe that you have that power. Sri Ramachandra just touches that skeleton with his lotus feet, and that skeleton was moved. Not just moved, but it went far away and fell in the ocean. From Hampi till ocean, that skeleton moved. Then Sugriva believed that Rama has the power to face Vali. But still he said, you may face Vali, but I don't believe that you can kill him. Give me the next test, said Sri Ramachandra. There were 7 huge trees in Kishkinda, Tala Vriksha they are known as, and they were placed like in a S shape, in a curve. Rama asked Sugriva what to do. Sugriva said, Vali can pick a leaf from this tree which is impossible to anyone else. If you are able to move many of the leaves from this tree, to pluck the leaves from this tree, then I'll believe that you are able to face him or to kill him. Rama took a single arrow, targeted the trees. With one arrow, he destroyed all the trees. Not just the trees, but in the roots of those trees, there were demons who were doing tapasya to become gods, to become demigods. So the same arrow destroyed all the trees, went into Patala, into the roots of the tree, and killed all the 7 demons and came back. Sugriva was stunned seeing this. He believed that you are none other than the Sri Hari himself. You are able to kill my brother. Please help me. But then Rama says, I will not face him. I will, of course, punish him, but not by facing him. I will I'll be hidden and I'll be leaving the arrow. Why? Asked Sugriva. Rama gives some reasons. Many of us think that he was not able to face him, so he didn't. But actually, Rama says, Vali is none other than my Bhakta. He is the incarnation of Lord Indra himself. If he sees me, he will take my shelter. He will fall on my feet. I'll not be able to punish him later because I have my Kshatriya Dharma. I can't punish who falls on my feet. So I'll punish him first, then I'll talk to him. Yes, okay, agreed Sugriva. Then they both do the fight. Vali was called by Sugriva for the fight. They go, but Rama at first didn't punish Vali. He says, when the brothers are fighting, they may come to the amicable settlement by themselves. Those who have become middlemen in improving the relationships, they have to wait. They should not take up part of one person. They should not be for only one person and let the relationship spoil more. They have to wait. Sugriva was getting beaten, but Rama didn't help at first. Later, when he goes for the second time, Rama shot an arrow at Vali and Vali fell off. Rama went in front of him, asks Vali, Vali, why did you do like this? Vali also asks, why did you hide when leaving the arrow? Rama says, you had molested a woman. I never see the face of such a person. It is the greatest sin you have committed. It was a need that I punish you first for that sin. Only then I could face you. But Rama asks him, do you really want to live? I have the ability to make you live again. I can give you the life. You can again live. You can become the king. Rama didn't kill him. He just first punished him. But Vali says, O Lord, I have understood who you are. I have realized my sins. When you are in front, if I leave this body, all my sins will be forgiven. I don't want to live with the repentance because I have realized what my mistakes are. I want to leave this body. I want to attain your feet. So I live here. I don't want the life now. Then Rama blesses him with the salvation, with moksha. So Rama didn't do any mistake. There is no black spot in the so pious life of Sri Ramachandra. It was Vali who asked for moksha and Rama just blessed him with it. There is no question on the life history of Sri Ramachandra. This story, we do not hear it completely. We do not realize why Rama did so, and so some of us question it. But if we go to the deeper meaning, we understand that Rama did correct thing. And he gives us a moral that those who are his bhaktas, his devotees, if they have become too much egoistic, he will hide while punishing them. He will not be in front of us while punishing them. Parents, teachers have to follow this. If a person is doing the mistake, if a parent goes against him and fights on face, then he may become so much arrogant that he will not listen to his parents also, his teachers also. First, make him realize, first punish him, make him realize his mistake, and then go in front of him, and then console him, and then convince what he has to do. This moral Rama wanted to give from this story. This is the Adarsha of Sri Ramachandra. There is no black spot on his life history. We have to understand it according to Ramayana. The correct story, if it is understood, we will not be having any questions. So this is the correct story. We have to understand this. We have to have the devotion unto the Lord without thinking of even a small black spot in the charitra of Sri Ramachandra. So friends, this is today's Sandesha of Ramayana. Tomorrow I'll be coming with another one. Till then, please keep sharing. We have got 800 subscribers now. This is all because of your support. Thank you for that. Let us all meet tomorrow. Shri Krishnarpanamastu. Jai Shri Ram.